All right, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a little bit of a trade recap, but it's pretty much just going over how I go for winning days. I know a lot of people do struggle with trading winning days. Either they over risk, they under risk, and 9 times out of 10, when you go for winning days, you end up taking a loss, crashing out, and taking way bigger of a hit than you wanted to go into the day. So, just right before, I'll show you guys, obviously, winning day right over here, it was around $170 across every single account. Yeah, so execution marks right over here, and then buying in with 4 micros, add in one more just to adequate, make risk correct, and close out right over here. So really simple trade. You can see it was more of a scalpy sort of idea, but pretty much the whole trade basis was off just this right over here. And we only needed around, I think it was 15 points, but I ended up closing for a little more. Don't remember exactly, but the stops were somewhere around this area. So pretty much going for a flat 1-to-1 risk on this trade. And you might think, what led me to enter on here? Because you can see that all we are doing, obviously we are delivering higher, but what are we doing? It's just straight chop on the 1 minute. Volume doesn't seem to be high. Why would I think that we would continue higher? So let's go over what I obviously saw for this trade. Now, everything based off the trade was off the higher time frame. So this trade was taken at pretty much exactly 9 a.m. This was the 9 a.m. candle close right here. The 8 a.m. candle ended up having no wick and printing higher. Now, the reason that I took this trader over here was simply off just the daily gap right here. You know that higher time frame obviously holds the power. What have we been doing the past month now? We have been going up. So we have moved about 30% in 2 months. We have made over a year's worth of a move in 2 months. So simply, I am just following the trend. The trend is we tap into some sort of higher time frame P to array, hold it, deliver higher, tap into the higher time frame P to array, hold it, deliver higher. So that is all I have been doing these past 2 months, is just taking a retrace off a higher time frame P to array and just playing that idea. Now, scaling back down to our hourly time frame. Scaling back to the hourly time frame, we can go back to that hourly candle close. I can see that we have really strong displacement out of the daily gap. We tap into the daily gap last night, have our first flip out, retrace back into the daily gap, hold it by a tick, tap like into the gap by a tick, and have strong displacement out. So you can see that we are obviously starting to form a bullish trend. We're flipping bullish now. So simply off this hourly candle close, I pretty much entered right over here on the hourly. Entry was right over here. Then I scaled down the 1 minute to see what. Okay, let's make this long position really small. So entry was pretty much here. Main idea was that we might continue. We probably will deliver to all-time highs today. And ES did end up delivering to all-time highs, but whole trade idea was based off the higher time frame. Told you guys we tapped into the daily gap, got our flip, second flip out, really strong hourly close. With how strong this hourly close was and how strong my bullish bias is, I mean, this candle was 120 points pre-market. That's real. You can tell there's definitely volume in the markets if we have almost 130 point candle in an hour. So entry was simply off that 1 minute candle close at 9 a.m. And then after I entered on the hourly, again, I told you I entered with 4 micros just to make sure I'm not risking too much on the trade. So I just start scaling back down to the 1 minute. I see where can I play a pretty decently safe stop. I can see that we have this 1 minute gap, which if we inverse this 1 minute gap, most likely we will end up delivering into some sort of higher time frame gap below and continue back up higher. But again, all I'm looking for is just a quick scalp in these markets. I can see that we have, I believe this was Asia highs. Yeah, Asia highs was right above 2. So again, another really good draw was that Asia high. I can show you guys marked right over here. Asia highs right here. So honestly, considering the fact that we were really close to Asia highs, we have a lot of volume on the higher time frame. We're 30 points away from Asia highs. I had really good confidence in this trade, leading me to allow myself to not wait for more of a reaction to the trade, rather just, predict. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it's predicting, it's making a really strong educated guess, but obviously I'm not going to wait for some sort of strong reaction considering my break-even point would be really close. But yeah, pretty much this was the trade, somewhere around there, close 20, 22 points. I don't remember the exact candle, but you can see it does play out pretty quick. End up closing for around $170. But that is really how I like to go for my winning day. So simply just follow high time frame trend, play idea off high time frame close, bid on price delivering with trend. I know I didn't spell that right, but that's pretty much all there is to it. Other than that is just risking smart, not risking like an idiot. I could have smacked 2 minis on this trade, but why would I want to risk so heavy just to make a quick, small amount of money, right? It doesn't make sense. So simply just following the trend, make an educated guess. That's all there really is to it. Sometimes when price is delivering really strong, I will scale down to like the 30-second, take some sort of trade. But again, that can always go against you. The smartest way to go about it is literally just take trades off the higher time frame and just get your quick scalp, move on with your day. That's really all there is to it. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to join my Discord. Message me in there. I'm in there all the time. Do leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did get any more value from this video. And I do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.